Hey, welcome to Fireside Chats with Uncle Joe. Just kidding. Anyway, it's Joe Daniels at Swing This Kettlebell and Strength with Robbie LEwis here.
How you doing?
And yeah, that's him right there. I have the pointing stick. We're going to have a little interview with Robbie about what he's noticed about training down at Swing and how he's changed his life for the good. So basically, buddy, how did you find us?
Found you when I was working out at FitWorks in Newport a couple years ago. There was a guy there, and he recommended Swing to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what type of training were you doing then?
Typical stuff out of all the typical magazines you see on the news shelf. One says do this, one says do that. You can't keep up with nothing. So I was trying to do the best I could with being self-educated, going through this workout Monday through Friday, try to take the weekends off. Some days you make progress, some days you plateau, other times it feels like you're going backwards.
Gotcha. So once you came down to Swing, I remember you and your wife came down to do, I met you. You came down, we talked about injury proofing your body and how much we like to do stuff really, really different. What did you think about that first time that we met for like a beginner class on kettlebells?
The first class that we took actually humbled me a lot. I found out that I was a little thicker at the time, but I got winded really quick. I sweated more than I thought I was going to, and I was weak in so many places where I thought I would be strong. A lot of the core exercises really whooped me good.
Gotcha. Okay, so I remember maybe 2 months or so ago, we were talking about nutrition and how there's just so much information out there. And I said, we need to stick on a plan. So what was it? We had, I really enjoy having endless amounts of knowledge for people. You know, I kind of skim through them like, I think this really works for this person. So I can kind of toss that ball over there and say, hey, this is great for you, man. I think this program's going to work really, really good. And we found this book, the Engineering the Alpha, Man2.0 Engineering the Alpha by John Romaniello and Adam Bornstein. But anyway, it's really interesting. And what have you changed since this? I know there's a lot of intermittent fasting.
There is. That wasn't as hard to get used to as I thought. It's 16-hour fasting, an 8-hour eating window every single day, except you get a few more hours on your scheduled cheat day when you hit phase 2. There's 4 phases in there, and I really like it because it actually gave me something to go on, something to follow day by day. It's a good quick reference guide. You flip through it, and it really changed my outlook on, yeah, I can have this to eat, now I should probably stay away from that. It's pretty much a no bull rundown, no glitz and glam, and it pretty much layman's terms, this is what's good for you, this is what's not, this is when it's good for you, this is when it's not.
That's very, very important for people to understand. Is like when we talk about, even through like what I do, like precision nutrition, teaching people about nutrient timing and things like that, and you don't want to stick on the same exact diet every single day, because actually I've seen people develop allergies to like foods that are good, but like eggs and stuff like that, oats and a bunch of things people get kind of sick of, and your body's only getting that certain amount of nutrients that those foods have. You're not getting a broad spectrum of all these micronutrients, vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. You're not stuck eating one same thing every day.
No, I eat everything.
That's awesome.
I eat so many different kinds of meats, so many different vegetables, fruits, not so much grains. It has you hone down your carbs and everything. It teaches you to become more insulin sensitive instead of insulin resistant. A lot of it is what you eat and the timing, and how much of it, and it's been helping me a lot. We've
really noticed that a lot of the members down at Swing have really noticed this Robbie's just being an animal when he trains, and it's awesome to see. I think a lot of stuff is taking the weight down, starting back up. Some things you're growing really, really fast on increasing and progressive, increments. And some of the stuff, it's like, hey, learn this. It takes a while. You know what I mean? It's like doing the same thing for a couple weeks until your body becomes pretty efficient at it. It's really easy, and then push it.
Yeah.
What have you noticed as far as a training? Since we got Swing This, which we're a functional training studio. We focus on kettlebells, but we have everything. What do you notice, like their workouts that you get to use a lot of here?
There's nothing in this book that I cannot do here. There are nothing in here is machine related. No
Yes.
machines. No machines.
No machines.
If you have to use a machine, it says you can do a lat pull down, but it suggests you do body weight pull ups or Olympic rings. Awesome, we got Olympic rings here, and
Yep.
they're a lot harder, but they feel a lot better once you get going on them.
Cool. So Robbie's in his, how many, is it
midway through phase 2.
how many weeks?
6.
Has your weight changed?
Absolutely.
How much?
I went from 196, and I weighed myself the other day at 183 pounds. So 13 pounds at least. Body fat's probably dropped, I would say, at least 5%.
Well, we can check that pretty soon too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Keeping tabs on all that stuff, and he's watching his weights go up, even on a diet or a nutrition plan, not a diet, nutrition plan for his way of life seems to work very well is this intermittent fasting. I wouldn't recommend that to a lot of people, but people that are really, really sensitive to their body and understand some of this stuff, as Robbie does, it seems to be working very, very well for him. He's keeping strength, if not gaining more strength,
Yeah.
right? Gaining more strength. And
Endurance, too.
Endurance, exactly. Understanding how his body handles nutrients, energy and all that stuff. And he's just been, without those ups and downs of the carbs, he's been killing it for, sometimes a shorter, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes he's here for an hour and a half.
Yeah, 90 minutes nonstop.
I don't see anything different in him, and as far as just the constant push. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know a little bit of stuff about this. Once again, he's working on, Robbie LEwis is working on the Man2.0 Engineering the Alpha, and seems to be doing very, very good on it. So I'd like to give this man a thanks and a good job, and hopefully we'll check it back in with him in another month or so.
Awesome.
Cool? Fireside Chats!